Okay, and the second question is, do you think it's unfair that people are born into social class?
No.
All around the world, people lead different lives in different places.
Ever since the development of civilization, people have maintained a line of dominance, a social food chain in which it is decided the type of life you live.
Whether you eat 3 meals a day or struggle to find one, in our world, social class and wealth are perceived to be the defining factors of one's happiness.
When the sun is rising over streets open, since the evening colors flash before my eyes.
What do you want for Christmas, Daniel?
With this in mind, our group decided to read Alex London's Proxy, in which social class and wealth are prevalent themes.
However, many important figures believe in more than just owning grandiose mansions and four-wheel drives.
For example, George Lorimer, a famous American, once said, "It's good to have money and the things money can buy, but it's good to check up once in a while and make sure that you haven't lost the things that money can't buy."
All of this led us to ask the question, to what extent does social class determine one's happiness?
When you can, when you can.
Why do you think people associate happiness with money?
I think it's because, first of all, I think money is the root of all evil. The love of money is the root of all evil.
Money can buy things that make you happy.
So people tend to believe that having money will give them happiness through cars, social status, how much stuff they can buy, the houses, anything that is associated with buying money.
Money can provide you with, experiences that bring happiness. And money can give you power and influence that allows you to accomplish things that you might not otherwise be able to do.
It's kind of a way of making them seem as if they have something, even though they might be unhappy at home because they have no one else there to share it with. So that's one thing.
Do you think people in the higher class take their wealth for granted?
It depends. It cannot be across board because some people appreciate what they have, especially if it was hereditary. And at the same time, some people feel that because they have it, they don't really care because they feel it will always keep coming.
When someone is born into wealth, they'd have a hard time imagining what life would be like without the things they take for granted, for example, food or shelter. I think they have a hard time imagining a hard life because they've never actually experienced one.
If someone has been living a wealthy life their entire life, then I think, yes, they might.
I think it tends to happen more with people who had their wealth and social class inherited because they didn't really have to make any of those sacrifices.
For instance, like athletes, some athletes, they appreciate the fact that they have to put in a lot of hard work to make their money. But at the same time, some other ones forget that age will tell on them eventually and that they might not be able to be in the same position that they are right now for the future. And so they should remember that they need to save every penny that they have. Rather, they live lavishly and at the end of the day, blow all the money and become bankrupt again. So it really depends on how you look at it.
Do you think it's unfair that people are born into social class?
No.
No?
No, I don't think so. I think it depends on who your parents are.
As much as it might be unfair, I think it's how we can eliminate the lower classes, if you want to call it that.
Yes, I do believe it's unfair that people are born into those social classes, but that's life.
There's like this cycle of poverty, you're born poor, your children become poor, and it's really about how you get out of that cycle.
I think it's always up to you to strive to be the best that you can be, regardless of what class you're born into.
It's really what you do with what you have.
In what way does the media portray the lower class citizens and high class citizens? Do you think they're accurate?
In a way, yes, but it kind of depends. If it's mostly, I guess, downtown Toronto where you see a lot of people who are homeless, you see that, but in a way it's kind of like the only reason why we can't help them or build homeless is because if people were to ever, make food and then give it to them, it would be a fine. not knowing why, me personally, but born wealthy, I think it is pretty much established the way it's supposed to be.
For social media, I don't even think they recognize that there are members of the lower class, because everybody talks about the high class, and most times that people are referring to things in the society, they always portray people that are rich and influential, and also all these models and actresses, people that are celebrities, but nobody really takes the time to go to where these people are and really see what is going on. And most times, instead of taking the time to, they always make up stories, not living the lives of those people and actually seeing what they are really going through every day. So I don't think it's true that they portray it properly. And another situation why I'm saying that is because for those that ask for money, like some of these organizations that are saying they are supporting the poor, they take pictures from 1 or 2 cases of very, very low people in the society, and even when you end up giving money to the company to say, okay, help those people, 90% of the money does not go to them. So I don't think they are really portraying things the way it's supposed to be, neither are they giving them the help that they really need.
What if money wasn't an object? How would your life be different?
Oh, definitely my life would be very different if money wasn't an object.
I also wouldn't have to worry about how I could pay like field trips at the school, or worry about if I'm gonna stay at Cawthra. Most of it is mostly like educational, but those are like my priorities. But stuff like buying like handbags or like makeup or something like that, I can live without. But
in my case, having had a single mom and having immigrated from another country, when I was like 9 years old, determined a lower income level at the beginning and having to start over again. So my parents didn't have much money to support us.
I would be able to pursue my dreams and just do what I want to do with my life without having to worry about the repercussions or having to worry about what other people think of me, because their first thought won't be money, and so I won't be judged on money not being my first object.
Money can buy you materialistic things, but it can't buy you the things that really count, the things that will truly impact your existence.
Based on what we heard from a variety of people of social classes, we came to the conclusion
That the social standard of having an abundance of money is not the determining factor for one's happiness.
Although it can play a minor role.
we found that many people believe that it's not what you have, it's what you make of it. Okay, so does money determine how happy you are?
Yes, it does.